My friend Matt and I walked into the laundromat in the Midway area of St. Paul at 2 in the afternoon. We had a basket full of clothes and the intent to stay there for the next 10 hours and talk to as many people as we could. This is Ricky Fortune. He's been homeless off and on in Minneapolis for the past 10 years. He describes the spin cycle this way.
How can I say? It's a community laundry. I wouldn't call it a neighborhood laundry. More of a community, because all kind of people come to the laundry and stuff, you know.
I talked to many members of that community over the 10 hours I was there. This is Tamika. She's 18 years old, and like many of the employees, she's worked at the spin cycle for about a month. Her aunt works there as well, and when Matt and I were walking in, her aunt was in the middle of a shouting match with a customer who was threatening her.
Oh man, this guy. Man, he was snapping at my auntie because she's the woman who was working before me. I don't know what it was really about, but I came during the middle of it, and all I know is I got cussed out, so I don't really know what else happened after that. I wanted him to leave because he was threatening us, so.
Most of the people at the laundromat, although, aren't necessarily there to cause a ruckus.
I am Eudora Post. I live nearby, but I come over here for convenience of the dryer. I have a wash machine at home, but like I say, the things come out much nicer from the dryer. When my husband was around, he passed away the beginning of 2001, but we used to come here quite often, and then again I would put things down in our basement, but then sometimes it wouldn't get dry and I'd have to get down there or else leave it for a couple days. And
where did you meet your husband?
At St. Bernard's roller rink here in St. Paul. But I lived at Thief River Falls, and I came down here to visit my great aunt, and he was living down here, and he went to the roller rink himself. And I was trying my skate case to put their billfolds in my case, and the key kept on turning and it wouldn't lock, and he was sitting over close by watching. And then he came over and locked it for me. And then when Gentleman's Choice came, he came out and took me out in the rink.
This is Sarah Heinzman. She's 21 years old and a recent graduate from St. Olaf College. She is now a nurse at the Fairview University Medical Center. She works with kids in the pediatric bone marrow transplant unit. She said she loves coming to the laundromat to see all the healthy kids playing and having fun. She tells me all kinds of stories about her work. Some are funny, and some make you think about the emotional baggage of your own job.
Yeah, definitely. Actually, yesterday we had a woman stop by, and her husband, they were pretty young when they got married. They were, I think, 22, 23, and he had gotten diagnosed with Ewing sarcoma. It's a cancer, and it was in his lungs, tumors in his lungs, and he was diagnosed when they were engaged. They actually moved up the wedding so that they could be married before he would go through his first rounds of chemo. And he went through it and he relapsed and went through it again and relapsed, and then he came to us for a bone marrow transplant. And it just, this couple, they're just incredible. These two incredible people that loved each other so much, and just taught me a lot about life and love, and they're just great. And he actually ended up, he left last fall, relapsed again, and passed away this summer, which is really sad. But she stopped in yesterday just to say hi, his wife did. And she just kept saying over and over again, thank you for everything you do. And you don't realize until people come back, like they were important to me, you know, and taking care of them was important to me, and I'll remember them forever. But you don't realize like how much it meant to them to have like you take care of them until they come back. So it was very sad, but I mean, she said she was just so thankful of the time that she spent with us, and feels like she always has a community at this hospital because of that. So we have this little boy, he's 10, and He has to have a catheter, like a Foley catheter in, because, like I said, don't like be offended by this story or anything. It's just, it's funny. We have a lot of funny kids. And he has to have a catheter in because he has a condition basically where his bladder right now is bleeding. And so we put fluids in, like lots and lots of normal saline, into his bladder to flush it out, and then he pees it all out, like it just comes out of the catheter. And so he was really thirsty the other day, and we were doing some cares, like just cares on him. He needed some stuff done, and we couldn't, like, he's like, could one of you guys please get me my bottle of water? And we're like, okay, just hang on just a minute, you know, we'll get it. He's like, look at all those bags. You guys are always giving my penis a drink, and then when I need something, you won't even give it to me. We got him his water and laughed about it for about an hour because he was so serious, like so serious. So that's not too gross, but it's a funny story.
Ricky Fortune is on the other side of the room, drifting between watching The Negotiator on TBS and taking a cat nap. He takes a break to talk to us.
I come into spin cycle every other day, and I might stop in and wash some clothes if I have some, or stop in and watch some TV. When I'm not coming in spin cycle, I clean windows, and you know, this is not my first time of being homeless. Okay, and made some bad choices. So now I'm making some good choices. I choose to try to help myself first, and if I can't, then I'll reach out for the help. I'm reaching inside of me to say, you can do this. You know, it's not easy. It's not easy. You know, when you put your pride to the side, you know, my pride is intact, but I tend to put that to the side. You know, not that I don't care about myself or care about others. And I just choose to put it to the side and do what I need to do. The good that I see in life and do myself, it's real. It's real. You know, and it's so real that I'm alive. I'm sitting here talking to you. When I could be out there and anything could happen to me. So it was meant for me to be here and for you to be talking to me.
An hour later, we get the chance to talk to Tamika some more. She's filling us in on what she does with her life outside the spin cycle.
Or I'm tracking down and trying to hunt down my boyfriend. He lives in New Hope. He's soon gonna be on a milk carton with his face, have you seen me? Because he's ignoring me, so therefore that's what I do. That's him? Yeah. His name is James Larry Bowden. Attention everybody. If y'all see him on a milk carton, I got him. Tell his mom I got him.
Tamika and James have been dating for about a year, and she talks frequently about the fact that he will someday marry her.
He ain't gonna have a choice. When I get 21, he ain't gonna have a choice. I'm like, he ain't got a choice. He's going to marry me.
The odd fact is, she hasn't seen him in the last 5 months.
Last time I seen him was in July. He looking like, damn, that's a long time ago. Yep, last time I seen him was in July at the mall. 4th of July.
Tamika's little book not only houses pictures of her boyfriend, but her poetry as well.
Okay. This one I wrote like in October of this year. It doesn't have, any of my poems none of them have titles, because I just be, sometimes when I'm mad, I'll usually write, or when I'm sad or depressed or something's wrong with me. I usually don't just write. Sometimes it got to be something wrong with me. But I guess something was wrong with me this day. I'm not real sure, but it says, I'm tired of the hurt, the pain, the struggle. Feels like not even God himself loves you. What to do? I feel like there is no way out. Cursed since my first words came out my mouth. Mixed emotions, the weight of the world I'm holding, all on my own. Again, I've been left alone with no one here to help me go on. Guess it's time to prove my worth to who? You. What I gotta do to prove that I'm worth way more than your shoes. And that's enough.
This is Rebecca Harris. She is a 22-year-old mother of 2. She is going to school at St. Paul Tech, studying to be a nurse. This is her oldest daughter, Shirley. She is 4 and is quite a lively child. She like daycare?
She likes daycare, just not the kids in it. She's going through therapy. She doesn't get along with kids her own age at all. She has ADHD, so she's very, very hyper. Her dad beat her for some reason. I don't know. I didn't have custody of her at that time. Shirley, pick up your brother's tie and give it to me now. She went into foster care for 1.5 years, and after that, she was just fine. Came home. Now she's just hyper.
Rebecca currently has custody of Shirley, but now Shirley's dad wants her back.
We're going through court now for it. Yep. He wants her, and I don't want her to have her, so.
Why does he want her?
Get over here! I don't know. I haven't sliced clue.
Does he have other kids?
Nope.
Just her.
He feels it's a control battle, I guess. Shirley, get over here. Leave them washers alone.
This is Andrea. She's 20 years old and lives nearby. She started college at Concordia University. After a year, she transferred to Augsburg, where she stayed for a semester. Now she's at the University of Minnesota, where she's unsure of her major. She said she is close to failing 2 of her classes because she is spending so much time at her job at a group home. I asked her if she was concerned, and she said she was on full scholarship. But if she lost the scholarship this semester, she said she wouldn't really mind, and she'd probably just transfer again.
I come here like once a week or once every other week, but I usually come in the middle of the night because there's less people. And I don't like a lot of people while I'm doing laundry.
Why?
Because I don't want them to see all my underwears and stuff. It's true. Like, I don't want everybody to be seeing my laundry just out there like that, you know?
Do you think it's an invasion of privacy?
A little bit. No, I mean, not really, but I mean, nobody really looks anyways. It's just kind of weird.
They all have their laundry out there.
I know, but nobody really looks, but I don't know if they're looking. I know I don't look. It's just weird. If I'm taking out all my laundry and like my underwear flies up in there and it like hits somebody else, that'd be kind of embarrassing, I think. Not that that has happened to me. Like on my way in here, I dropped a sock and this guy was like, "Here's your sock." And I was like, "Thanks." But it was my dirty sock. I wouldn't pick up anybody's dirty sock. I wouldn't. That's why I always come in the middle of the night. There's a lot less people.
Andrea told us a story off camera about a woman she sees frequently at the spin cycle. The woman is meticulous about her laundry. First, she scrubs down the folding table over and over with a cloth and soap. Then she neatly folds her dirty clothes and organizes them on the table. By the time Andrea was done washing, drying, and folding her clothes, the woman was just peering her head into the washer and getting ready to clean it before she put her dirty clothes in. It's about 11:30 at night, and Tamika's shift is coming to an end. This is her replacement, Johnny Salas. He's been at the spin cycle for about a week, but he talks about it like he's been there for years. He's been doing the graveyard shift for about 10 years at a variety of different jobs. His last job was at a fast food restaurant where he worked for the past 7 years. He has a couple homemade tattoos on his arm, and he hopes one day to get into the tattoo business.
These really don't mean nothing. It just, B stands for, you know, my nickname, and I wanted it to be a pirate, you know, a pirate flag. I was gonna turn it into the pirate flag of a skull, but then, I don't know, someone told me to put this in there. I mean, I'm thinking of keeping it the way it is, but probably giving it a face. and then giving a mirage with the skull halfway in it. But you know, like I said, it's just some playtime with them. You know, my arm I had at the time.
Johnny learned the importance of keeping a job early in life. When his family came here from Texas, he didn't know a word of English. A bilingual neighbor took him under her wing and taught him English and helped him get a job. He's 30 now, but in his high school years, Johnny got caught up in the wrong crowd. When he moved out after high school, he said he turned his life around.
You have to think for yourself first before somebody else tells you how to think for you. You don't want to keep repeating that cycle, you know, you keep following somebody, you know. Yeah, come on, guy, come with me, we'll take care of you, you know. Woo, 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 whatever, you know, but in reality, he don't got you. You got to be a leader sometimes, you know. You got to take in charge of your own destiny. You can't let nobody else take for granted whatever you do. You know, it's a do or die situation if you're not doing it right, because you can mess up. Your choices can lead you to a lot of problems. It's a lesson, you know. I've been here in Minnesota for a minute. I've been here 20 years, and I've seen a lot, did a lot. But oh no, I jumped from out of that. You know what I'm saying? I went to the pit and came out the pit. You know, too many times. Do or die. You know what I'm saying? It's a constant feeling. You know, just making make my life better. Not when somebody wants me to live it. I want to live it. You know.
Johnny said his spirituality played a part in keeping him on the right track. He said he's now focusing on his work and spending time with his aging mother. Andrea commented that the laundromat is kind of like a bus stop. You can talk to people if you want, but everyone has a story. She went on to say that she enjoyed that, because you can talk to people and not have them think you're nuts. I agreed, and said that our conversation was kind of like that. She paused, and then said, "Well, yeah, but when I walked in, I thought you guys were pretty nuts. I mean, you guys were filming people doing their laundry." I asked her if it changed her opinion after we told her what the project was about. She goes, "Well, a little."